Hello there! We are going to do another color along in my full color along series of Dark Fairytales by Kerby Rosanes, and this time we're going to do a double spread page of the red shoes. And I want to show something because this is a night scene. There is a moon here, and I want to do a purple-ish background, and we also have these tombstones. I'm not sure what to do with them yet. I might do them in gray or a bit more of a natural color, and then let the dress and the shoes really pop. But I'm not sure yet, so we'll see. But I think I will do that. And then for the moon, I did do a moon this year in Le Cercle de la Vie by Melpomene. And I want to show that moon to you because I think I'm going to use a little bit of of how I did this one. It's not going to be the same, I think, but I kind of like this. But I want to do the moon because the sky is going to be purple. I want to give the moon a pink glow instead of a yellow one. But I want to go over the black lines with a white gel pen or Posca or some other media. And I was thinking to start with the with the sky, and I'm going to get my supplies first, so I will be right back. I got my Neocolor 2s for this, and I still have to practice with them, but I was thinking, you know, if I don't use them, I'm not practicing at all. So I was thinking to do lighter around the moon and then darker on this page. So you do have the light source here, and I'm just going to start with filling the background up with a little bit of color. It doesn't have to be neat because it is a water medium, so I'm going over with water. I have my brushes here, and I have a little bit of water left that I was using, and I have my toilet paper to make sure the brushes are not too wet. And I'm going to do a little bit of pink around the moon, and after that I'm going with the purples. And some people, they love using water brushes, but I find them, I have a lot of them, but I find it hard to control the water that's coming out of it. So that's why I prefer to use brushes. And I have very nice brushes. I got them for my birthday this year in March. So I'm going to pick the lighter pearl, and I will tell you the colors I use. So the one that I'm calling pink is purple. Then we have mauve. Then we have violet, and this is the black one. So I'm going with the mauve one. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but doesn't really care. Doesn't really matter. I don't care. My English is not going to English today. I've been working, so not sure if that's a good moment to film a chatty color along, but I might just do the background and then call it a day. I'm also working on a video that probably will be up before this one. I bought some Ohu products, and I am going to do a review on them. So if you want to see them, please check out my channel. And I think the video will be out before this one, because this videos like these, the color alongs, they take longer. I've been very busy. My last video was, when was it? I think, yeah, it was days ago before I started filming this. And it was a video on my favorite books. And it was such a popular video. It was so nice. I got a lot of response and people really liked it. Oh, Binky is awake. I think he shouts because he hears the birds from the neighbor, or because I'm talking into nothingness for him. I think I'm going to do the background here full black, but I'm not sure yet. And if I do that, I can create a purple hue on the tombstones maybe. Sometimes I just have to do things and not think about it for a very long time. I hope you could see everything. I'm so sorry. Just chatting away and then you can't see a thing. Alright. So when I'm filming this, it's the 22nd of May. It won't be online anytime soon because I still have to do the rest of the page, and I'm going to get my purple again, the darkest one, the violet, because of the other bed. I think these are beds, but it won't be on soon because I am working a lot. I have been working a second job because I think everything I do is fantastic. You know what? I think I'm going to do the top layer in violet, and then underneath I'm going to create a black hue, or maybe the other way around. I should have thought this through before starting. And also I have this, what is it? Smoke. I want to do that in a lighter, maybe in the pink color. But maybe I'm going to get my Albrecht for this one. There's so many options. But what I'm going to do now is create the background full in this color, and then I'm going over it on some places with, I think, black and maybe the lighter color. So this is a story of a girl that had red shoes and she really loved them, and then she wore them to church and she got a warning, but she kept wearing them to church. And then it says in the description there was a soldier who tapped on them, and then they started dancing uncontrollably. And I have to use the back part for this small part. Yeah, so the shoes kept going with her in it. And probably in the story it ends well, but this is Kerby's book, so it doesn't. I don't really know this story actually. It says it's German, so I'm not German, I'm Dutch. Let's see what's happening here. Yeah, that's the gouache on this page. Maybe I have to put something in between. I'm going to put something beneath. Because the gouache from the other page is really thick. So sorry for bumping into the camera. Yeah, that's better. I also used gouache on this side, but it's only a little bit. And as I told, I have been quite busy with work at my second job, and then I also have my own business, and that's very busy when everyone has the vacations, holidays, especially in summer. So that will be starting mid-June until the end of August that I'm busy. And yeah, maybe I will make a little bit less content because my business is taking care of other people's pets, and that's what I do here at home. And I love doing it, but it takes a lot of time. So all right, now I'm not sure what to do with the black. Maybe a little bit around the tombstones, put a little bit of black in there to make it somewhat darker. Yeah, I am totally not sure what I'm doing, so if you're coloring along, maybe you should look at what it has become. Just skip this part and then look at it and then come back to see if you want the same. Because most of the time I just do what I think that I want to do, and then yeah, sometimes it turns out great, sometimes not so great, but I think this is nice. Okay, I am going to activate the crayons. These are the Neocolors 2, and I don't want you to make the same mistake to use Neocolor 1s, because you cannot use them with water. Only the Neocolor 2s you can use with water. I'm going to grab this one, it's the 3. I think that will work. And what I'm always doing is I get the toilet paper and then I tap a little bit on it so I don't have all the excess water. There we go. Try to make circular motions. And if I use more colors in one area and I don't want to let them mix a lot, like the sky, I don't want to have the black in there, then I will get new water and tap the brush again. And I'm going to speed this up for you because I think this will be very, very dull to look at. So I'm going to speed it up now, and then you will see what the result is. I will see you soon. Okay, so this is the background, and I kind of like the black around the tombstones, but I'm going to change this a little bit. So with the neo colors, you can use them as a paint like this as well. And I want to have a little bit of more of a black hue. You can see it around the smoke. I think it's smoke of some sort. Yeah, that's better. It doesn't have to be much, but it is better now. And I'm not going to do it here because the moon will light up this part of the smoke. I'm just going to call it smoke because I just don't know what to call it. And then I want to do the moon, and I'm going to use I think I'm going to use my Albrecht for it, because I want to have the pink. I want to do the moon a little bit of a brighter pink, and then the smoke around it I want to do a light pink, and then make it light up a little bit on these sides, and then a little bit darker maybe on this side, but we'll see. First, just start with the moon, and I'm going to color it in with this one, and then I'm going over the areas that I want a little bit darker with the other one. And I think I'm just going to white out the outline. And then the black parts I'm going to make the darker parts of the moon. So I'm not going to white that out. And again, these are water supplies. You can activate them with water, so it doesn't have to be really neat like a regular pencil. And I'm using the Albrecht 1 to 4 and 1 to 5. Middle purple pink. And I will do the activating in real time this time, because I want to show you how I work with the brighter and the darker parts. Because when you just go over it, you will spread every color. So you have to go over the dark parts and then over the light parts, and then you can blend them together a little bit. But if you just go over it randomly, then all the colors will be together, and that can be a good thing. It's nice as well because you get a really nice hue. And I did it on another page that I'm working on a little bit more. I can show it, but I think the video will be long enough as is. But it will be in my completed pages of May video. I'm going to see if I can zoom you in and still be able to paint. Okay, so I'm going over the darker parts. Like this. And then here it's a little bit darker, and I can go over these pieces. I think I will create a little bit of a shadow. Not sure if I like the color, but I don't have all the colors of the Fabricant Style Albrecht. I just have 60, and I do like it, and I think it could be enough, but since I'm using them so much, I kind of miss the other colors that I have in my Polychromo set, because I do have the Polychromos 120 set. But it's okay. I'm not really in a dire need to buy those. The other 60 colors. And then I'm going over the lighter parts, and I'm only touching the darker parts where I want to blend. So I hope you are all doing all right. You're doing great. That's what I hope, because everyone deserves doing great. I'm doing okay. Today I was at work, and I work in an animal shelter for rabbits and rodents. And the vet came today. It's Thursday today when I'm filming this. And the vet comes every Thursday, and then we help the vet. And we had some sad things, but it was a weird day, actually. A lot of things going on, a lot of crazy things with the rabbits. I won't tell you a lot, because I know some people, they really can't handle animal cruelty, and it's not cruelty, but it is animals that are sick, so I'm not going to say anything. So what this paper does with water, that's what also I wanted to say, is it crinkles a little bit. It crinkles a lot, actually, but it doesn't go through. So as you can see, it doesn't go through. So this is what I do with the moon, and then when it dries, I'm going to let it dry, and then I'm going over with a white acrylic pen or gel pen and white out the circle and maybe some details. And then I'm also going to do this side and this side a little bit lighter, so you really see that it's the light source of the page. And I actually was thinking of using, maybe this is the pinks I have in the Albrecht Dürer set, so that's not a lot. But I actually was thinking of using this one as a little bit of a lighter. Lighter highlights. I'm just going to try it. So I'm doing the smoke clouds. Can anyone tell me what these are actually? I'm going to make them lighter pink. And I'm not going to do everything on this page on camera because it is a lot and it will be a video of 6 or 7 hours, I guess. We don't want that. I don't think you want that either. These are still the Albert Duurs. I'm not sure if I'm going to use other supplies on this page. I'm not really much of a planner when I'm starting to color. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do these also the light color because, yeah, maybe just a little bit. But the moon is further away from these clouds than it is from these clouds, so that's why I'm thinking that these just have a little bit. And I already made this part really dark, so I'm not going to put highlighter on this. I could do it and then it will be looking closer, and I guess it is closer, but I will leave it for now like that. And yeah, I'm going to make a hue or a gradient from the lightest color, which is 1 to 9, to the 2 colors that are on the moon. So the 1 to 4 and 1 to 5. So it gradually turns to a darker pink. And at this point, I still don't know what color I want to do the dress. And since the shoes are red, I just don't know what color dress fits with red shoes. Maybe a red dress, or maybe silver or gold, but I'm not sure if I can do a gold. Yeah, I can, but that's hard. So I'm not sure yet. Oh, I hope you could see a little bit of that. I forgot that I zoomed in, but that's all right. No, I think this is a little bit more purple. I'm going to a reddish color. Let's see what I have. I think this one. I'm going to a red. That's what I'm going to do. Which makes me doubt even more if I want to do the dress red as well. But on the other hand, maybe it is nice to have a little bit of red details as well if you do the main object red. So much fun to find out what colors work together and how much of one color you should use to make it work. Every page is also different, so okay. So I made this hue, and if I want to have more of a shade, then I can go over with the Prismacolor, over the Polychromos. Really into the Prismacolors. I want to get them from my vacation money. We get vacation money here in the Netherlands. Okay, so I'm going to activate it, but I'm going to I think I will speed it up or maybe do it off camera, and then I will show you how to put on the details and also on the moon. Okay, so here we go. I did the clouds. I still don't know what they are, but smoke clouds. And now I'm going over with a Posca. I'm going to activate it, or it is activated, but sometimes it gives a really big block when you just start using it, and I don't want that. I'm going to do the moon. I'm not good at drawing circles, so I'm just doing little pieces. And also my tripod is a little bit in the way of turning. Just have to keep it down a little bit. Can you still see it? I think so. I'm really practicing on, oh, I'm sorry, I did turn a little bit. I've been practicing on a little bit of light sources, and I think it's really fun to do. So I want to do more light sources so I can practice more. I did a buddy with digital coloring book. She's also Dutch. On the Dream Voyage book, and we did the owl page. I will show you in it my completed pages, but I really like the light source I did in there. So the really black lines I'm going to give a little bit of white outline instead of a black one. All right. And then, as you want to express that the light source touches something that's around them, you can give the objects a light as well. And when you have a fire of some kind, you want to do a yellow or some kind of light yellow. But with this piece, I'm not going to use yellow because the moon is not giving yellow here. So I'm going over with white as well. Oh, it's not working. Just getting this piece of paper out. Come on, Pascal, you can do it. I think I also used it a lot already, so maybe it's at the end of his career now. I really love the Pascal markers. They work so well. So you can use your gel pen for this, or like me, an acrylic marker. It doesn't really matter as long as it does the job. You can even go over with white acrylic paint, but you need a really fine brush. But I am a big fan of using what you have. I'm also going to do this part of the statue because it's in the light range that the moon gives off. And I'll just do the things that are the closest to the moon. And if I think that I have to do more, then I will. And this is also what I did in the page that I showed you, Circle of Life page. I really love that book. Hope I can do another page next month in June. I'm also going to do a little bit of white lines because I feel like that's what this needs. It's a lot of work, but and sometimes you just have to start and then find out what your page needs. I just covered up a piece of her body, but that's okay. Of her bones. They were too close to the moon to see. And I also would actually really want to do some kind of tutorial on light sources, but I'm still in practicing mode, so maybe when I master them. Alright. And I'm also going to do the top of the church here, because that's the closest to the moon. I'm not sure if I'm able to color it in after this, but the best way to go is to first color and then do the outlines. Unless you want to create another color outline, you want to make it white and then go over with a color on the white outline. That's also really nice to try. And I think coloring is really about experimenting what works for you. And that's what makes it really nice to do. Okay. I'm in doubt if I want to do this piece, but it's also high, so I'm going to do it. Just the side that's on the side of the moon. And you can really see a difference. So again, I would advise to color it in first, but I'm impatient and I want to do this now. So, all right. So then you have your light source and you have what the light source touches, which is wider. Okay, so that's that. I am going to do the midsection, the clouds, smoke, and then I will be coming back to you. Hello, I am back again. I did the clouds, smoke, background, and I'm going to give it a little bit more depth by adding a matter that's 142, and this is just a polychroma, so this is not the water-based, not the aquarelle. Talking is so hard. It's not the aquarelle Albrecht Dürer pencil. I'm just going along the lines of the tombstones a little bit to give it a little bit more depth. I'm not going to do a lot about highlights and things like that, because I do think these pages are so intricate already that I don't want to be working weeks on one page, if you know what I mean. I just want to have fun, enjoy, take my time. I do like taking my time, but I also want to finish them. Every once in a while I want to finish a page, because that's what keeps it fun, right? If you only have whips, work in progress pages, that's not fun. So it's already, I think it's 2 days later since I last colored with you on this page. I did put up a review on my new Ohu markers, water-based markers, and glitter markers. I also got those, so I got 2 sets of Ohu. I'm still working on this one. I'm also working on my mid-month challenge one, where I have to use opposite colors of what I would normally do. And I also am trying a different challenge, because I really want to color in a book, but it's kind of scaring me, so I made it into a challenge to color it. And I'm taking you with me on the process. So that's a lot of fun, I think. And it also almost is the end of the month, so I'm also going to do the completed pages and the new plans for next month. I'm really excited about my next month plans. Yeah, I think this gives it a little bit more depth, a little bit more oomph, as they sometimes say. Yeah. And then I have to think of what I'm doing next. I think I'm going to do the floor in the ground, the path where she's dancing on the ground, because I just still don't know what color to do her dress. I'm still thinking of it, and I have a little time. I can do everything except the dress and then see what pops in mind, or maybe I just gotta get a color in mind that I really want to do, and then I'll do that, but we'll see. Kiki. Minky is talking again. Minky. Now I love it that he's saying Binky Kiki Kiki. First it was just Binky, and he didn't really say his name much, but lately he's on a roll. He's just Binky Kiki Kiki Kikiing. Okay, so I'm going to get a lighter color for the rest of for the lighter parts, and I'm getting Rose Carmine 124. Can you still see it? It's really in the corner here. Winky. Winky. So I'm working a little bit more, and that's also why I haven't had the time to put a lot of videos online. And the coming weeks I do have some, what do I call it, extra work. So next to my regular job, I do own a sanctuary in my house for animals that don't have a chance elsewhere. They're mostly rodents. I do have my own company, and that's taking care of people's rodents while they are away, holiday, or sometimes when they have to move, or once I had a man that became homeless and he didn't have a place for, those were birds. I don't regularly do birds, but for this man. I did. They end up staying in the sanctuary. And so I take care of people's pets when they are on holiday, and that's what I'm doing here at home. So they bring their rodents and they pick them up. So in the summer it will be really busy with that. And what I'm doing now is for a school that's finding my English words. Sometimes it takes a while to find my English words, but it's they're students that are learning to become animal caretakers. I guess I can call it that, yeah. And sometimes they are going to be a veterinary or a veterinary assistant, and sometimes they are just going to be pet care givers. I don't know what it's called in English. Here it's dierenverzorger, so that's pet care. And they have to do tests, and I am taking those tests for them. So they have to take care of the animals in their company that they are doing an internship, and then I have to watch if they are doing it right and they know enough to be a pet care professional. So that's really nice to do. It's really fun. Yeah, I'm going to do the ground, and I'm also going to do this with the Albrecht Dürer pencils because it's a lot of space. And yeah, I think when I'm doing this with regular pencil, it will take so long. I'm going to do a brown. Am I? Yes, I am. I'm going to do different browns, I guess. I don't want to give the focus a lot on the ground, so I'm going to give them a little bit of a darker color and not a color that pops a lot. So I'm getting walnut brown and I'm getting Van Dyke brown. It's 177 and 176. I think I'm going to put the lighter color on the, it almost looks like rocks, but I'm going to make the brown anyway. And this will take a while, so I'm going to show you a little bit and then I'm going to do the rest off camera. How am I starting? Yeah, I'm just starting with the lighter one and then going over the rock type. And again, it's watercolor. I'm going over with water, so it doesn't have to be precise, and that's what I like about these pencils, that you can just put a little color on the paper and then with the water you're making it into something nicer that looks better. The only thing you have to do now is just put some color on paper so you can pick it up with your water and play around with it later. And that's why it's also is going faster than, oh look, this is grass. I have to, it's the only grass. Oh, here's a little grass too. Okay, I'm getting a little bit of a muted green, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, I'm getting this one. Chromium green opaque 174. So this is for the grass, and I'm doing this now because otherwise when I'm leaving this open, I'm going to forget and just go over it with water, and then when you go over it with water, when it dries, it's not really possible to make a lot of changes with this medium. You can go over with another medium, that's not a problem, but you cannot do it again. At least it's not easy. Okay, and then I'm going around those bits, rocks, pieces. So I do give them a little bit of a different color, but I'm not putting all the yeah, it's not, I don't want people to see the page and first look at the ground. I want them to really look at the dress and the shoes, and yeah. So my partner, my boyfriend, said to do the dress in yellow, but a yellow dress with red shoes, I don't know. But it does pop because yellow is the opposite color of purple, which is the background, so it would pop. But I just don't know if it fits the red shoes. That's the only thing. That the red shoes, they make this page hard, because when the shoes can be any color, and they could be, of course, I could do whatever, but I do want to make them red. I guess that's a story. But if they were whatever, I could do whatever I wanted and then find my own palette. Okay, so I'm going to finish this whole flooring section, and then I will be back for activating a part and showing you how I am going to do that. So I will see you soon. Okay, so I finished coloring in the entire ground, and I'm doing just a small piece of activating because you don't want to see me activating the whole page. I'm going to do the grass first, so I hope they don't really turn brown. My dogs are walking around because I just fed them. And the smallest one is looking for more food. Not gonna happen. Okay. So the round pieces, the stones, I don't know if they're stones, but I made them a little bit lighter, so I'm going to do them apart from the darker ones, because if you put it all together you just get one color. Well, you get different hues if you put it together, but I really want this color to stay within the stone type things. Isn't this magic? I love activating these pencils. And after that I'm going around to do the rest of the floor, and they look alike a little bit, but you do see that I use different colors, and I think that will look nice. If you just use one color for such a big space, the whole ground, it's a lot. Yeah, I think it's 1/3 of the page or something. It would be boring, but now I put some gradients in it. And I was thinking of putting an even lighter brown in between, but I'm not sure. I can always go over with another medium, with pencil or a marker or something. Acrylic marker or a gouache maybe even. So this is what I'm going to do for the whole entire flooring ground. And I will stop filming because it's a lot. And I'm not going to show you everything. I'm going to show you all the different details I did so you can do it too. but I'm not going to show you how I do everything because that would be really boring. So I will be back when I finish this all and we can start a different object in the page. Alright, so I activated the pencils. This is what it looks like. And I was thinking that I'm going to do the church next. But I think it's a church, it's a graveyard, so might be it. I was thinking of doing a lighter brown, maybe. And also not make it stand out too much. So, as you can tell by how I'm talking, I'm still thinking about it. And the tombstones, yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe I will give them a little bit of a pink hue, or really light pink or purple hue. But I'm mostly going to make them gray. Because I really want to make the dress and the shoes pop in this picture. And already put a lot of color here. So yeah, let's see what browns I have in my Albert Dürer set. So I got the two darker ones that I used on the ground, and now I have these. I'm not sure if this really is a brown, but yeah. I might use a combination. I think I'm going to use this one for the beams, and then we'll see how it goes. I'm still not coloring in very nicely because, as you can tell, with the ground you can just spread it around and then make sure the color is everywhere. Minky. Yeah, I'm making this brown as well. Maybe I can use a darker red on the roof. I think I will like that. Oh, and the color I'm using for this part is burnt ochre. I really like this color. You can use it for so many different things. So I got my breakfast in and got some new tea for myself. I do have a really nice mug, so you have, I'm going to tell you a little bit. See? Wait, there's a cat in here. Home is where my cat is, and there are all cats on there. That's the brand is Blond Amsterdam, and I didn't really like it in the start, but now I have some mugs. I have the cat mug and a dog mug because I have a cat as well as two dogs. And my, oh, I'm sneezing. I'm sorry, I really have to sneeze. My partner, he wanted a Halloween one, and I think we have one more, like a cozy one. I'm going to do the middle cadmium, I think. Let's see, or is this one? Dark red. Yeah, I think the dark red is a little bit darker. So I'm going to get the dark red for the roof. And the shoes I'm going to do a lighter, very bright red, so that will still stand out. I'm not sure what color to make this in between. maybe I'll just make this some kind of pink as well. A little, maybe a really light pink for the swirls, or maybe I will do those yellow. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It kind of, the roof kind of stops here, so I'm going to stop with the red over there. And then hopefully I can create a nice gradient to the color that I'm using there. So actually I still have to buy some new clothing for the sports I'm going to do, because I have a sports bra and leggings, but I don't have shoes and I don't have a good sports shirt. So I'm getting those, but I wanted to do it today, but I also feel like just staying at home today because it's my day off. And tonight we're going to the cinema. So we're having a little date night. Let's see. I'm going to use the raw umber for the rest of the, what is it, church? Building. And I think I'm going to pop out a little more colors for the windows here. It's the stained glass window. Maybe just do a little bit of greens and yellows or something like that. So I'm really excited for the, as I told you, the plans coming month, so in June. Oh, I missed a spot. Because I'm going to color in my new book, which is one of my favorites already. It's Dragonspell. I also put the one in my video on my favorite books. And even though I haven't even colored in it, oh, it's such a nice book, and I'm so in love with the illustrations. And I did a flip through, and every page I was like, oh no, this is my favorite, oh no, this is my favorite. So I don't even know which one is my favorite, because they are all amazing. I think after this one, or together with this one, those are the Dark Fairytales and the Dragonspell books are really my top books. So we are doing a buddy with a whole group, and I'm really excited, but we're only doing one every month, I think. And I'm really thinking about doing one extra, but I'm not sure. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to activate it, and after that I'm going to do the windows, and I can do those in regular pencil, the polychromos. Let's see. My trusty toilet paper. I need a smaller brush. And I think I'm already in need of new brushes. This one is already a little bit dying on me. I'm using my brushes a lot. I'm using them, they are watercolor brushes, but I'm also using them for gouache, for acrylic paints, yeah, for activating, for watercolors. I'm using them for everything, so I think that's why they are dying so fast. I'm just checking if you can see everything. It would be a bummer that I did a whole part and it wasn't on video. And I guess you can. And now while I do this part, you can actually see that the light of the moon touches the building better. Oh, and I ordered another book on a second-hand shop, and as I mentioned, I only buy books when I really want to color in them and color everything in them. And that's also why I don't buy 20 books each month, because I just cannot keep up, and I really want to finish them as well. So but this one is what's the name? Tomislav Tumik, the Dromenvanger one. And I saw it on a Vinted second-hand app. I think it's international. Vinted is international. I know that France is in there and Germany will join soon. The Netherlands is in there, and I think also Italy and Belgium. And so, but Vinted is really nice. You can sell your stuff, and then the shipping costs are pretty low, because I think Vinted just has a good deal with the post order companies. Do you call them post order? I think so. It's the companies that do the packages. So that's really nice, and they have like the points where you can pick up your packages and stuff. So I can pick them up at my gas station here in the neighborhood. So, and I have to stop for gas every week. So I do travel a lot for work, so I stop there every week, and if there's a package for me, I can easily stop before I'm going to work. But yeah, I'm really excited for the book. It's nowhere to be found anymore, I guess, or I saw one on Amazon, but for 50 plus euros, which is bizarre. The price is really bizarre. And I do have a Amazon book on my wish list that is 60 euros. Thanks to Yolanda, Coloring Biker Mama. And that's what's it called? That's a really big book, and it's really intricate. So that's something that I will buy for myself when I have something to celebrate, maybe. And I do have my vacation money now, but I'm not going to buy it right now. I think the colors look alike, and that's okay. I don't mind. I mean, the colors of the beams and of the building itself. Kiki. Yeah, so I bought another book. I'm still under 100 books, so I'm okay. Might get over once, but still only buy the books that I really love. Some of the more popular books I'm not really interested in, so that I don't buy them. For example, I have one from Lulu Mayo, and that one is alright, but I think I might like her newest stuff better. maybe there will be a Lulu sometimes. I have the owl one. I have to think about it really hard. Just a moment. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. There's this neighborhood cat that comes in my garden, and that's alright, but I'm afraid she's going to use my garden as her toilets. And also, she shouldn't be here because when the dogs are going outside, I don't think the dogs do anything, actually. They're 15 and 17 and they don't do anything to my cat. But yeah, I think she should be better somewhere else. And also the neighbors have a lot of birds, so I always hope that she doesn't go there. But yeah, there are some, like Lulu Mayo is just one example. There are more that I'm not really interested in. The owl one, I actually like the one, but if I have to choose again, I would choose a newer book of hers, because I do tend to like the newer ones. Maybe it's a bad example. But like the cozy books, the summer kind of thing. Sometimes I like them, and I also like the idea of the cozy coloring in between these more intricate pages. But yeah, then I just want a few of those books, if you know what I mean. Just to have something else to color every now and then. But yeah, never say never. People change. Maybe I will change and love those books in a year from now. You never know. Alright, I'm going to do the windows. Just in polycolor. I'm going to use a very bright green. Just sharpen it a little. This green is getting so small. And I think a yellow. Yes, a yellow. Also has to be sharpened. It's really small, so I need a sharp point. I'm making them yellow and then do the details on them. Like the inside green or something. Yeah, I like that. Okay, it doesn't really look like stainless steel. Do you call it stainless steel? Glas en lood, we say. But I like it. It's okay. It's not that I like it a lot, but it could be better. Maybe I could wait. Maybe I could do a little blue in there. So it looks like they're just little borders in blue. Yeah, that's fun. So a little creepy. Okay. What to do next? I think I'm going to do the tombstones next. I'm just going to do the background first. Minky. I'm going to put the pencils I used somewhere. Take a sip of my tea, if it's drinkable, yeah. Okay, so in the Albrecht Dürer set, you don't have a lot of grays. Let's see, this is cold, cold and warm, and then I have another warm one. And I did use them, I did use warm and cold together, and that went pretty well, so I think I just might do that. But I can also just get the polychromos out. I will be right back. I'm going to get the polychromos. Okay, here I am again. I am going to work with the warm grays because I feel like it. And I'm not going to use the two darkest ones because I feel like this page will get dark really fast when I use darker ones. And here you see it's getting dark quite fast, and here we have the golden hair. And here we also have the pink that pops, so, and the dress will hopefully pop, but still, yeah. And I'm using polychroma, so not the Albert, so this is not water soluble. And I'm going to also give it a pink hue, I guess, but really lightly. So let's see. I think I'm going to use this one. I'm not sure yet. I can also use this one. So a dark flesh or a light magenta. Put these aside for a little bit. I'm going to do this one and then see how it goes. I'm starting with the lightest one. So I have the warm gray 1. No, this is 2. 2, 3, and 4. So I'm starting with 1 and just coloring in the whole statue. And I could do different colors on the statues and things like that, but they're stone. What I could do is put some moss on them. I'm not sure. Okay, and I think I'm just doing this statue and then do all the other things off screen, but I'm not sure yet. So the light source is over here, so the shadow is on that side and the light is on that side, which is why I'm going to put shadow here after behind his arm, on this side of his wing. And you see its shadow is already giving you more of a dimension. Next to his nose, or her, I don't know what it is. Alright, so that's the darkest color. Then I go in with warm gray 3. I'm going to put 2 here. And I'm using the shadows as a, what do you call it? As a start, and then make the shadow a little bit broader but lighter. I don't know how to explain this. I was never good at explaining things, so maybe YouTube will teach me a trick too on explaining things. And also, when English is not your first tongue, it's kind of hard, but that's okay. I like a challenge. Oh, the cat is back. I'll just leave her. She's a calico, so I think it's her. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to use this one, the light magenta. And really lightly I go over the parts where the statue touches the light. So on the side of the moon. Ja, Pinky, ik hoor je. Yeah, and that's it. And just a little bit more. When I do all these statues and tombstones like this, you will see that their light touches it. And that's really nice. You can also go over with white gel pen, but I think that's a little bit too much, especially since I just did everything that was close, but the rest I just left. And also on this statue, I am going to do more pink because it's closer, so it has more light. I can do that one on screen. So I'm having my 3 gray colors now. I had 4, but I work better with just 3 colors. So I'm getting the shade in. Oh, I didn't even put the lighter color in first. That's okay. It doesn't really matter what my English is not good, but it doesn't matter which one you do first in this case. So this is the lightest color. And when it fades the shadow, I can put it on again. But I think it's okay. Ja, Pinky, hoor je. Shouting. Then I'm getting the middle color. And because the details are quite small, it's just a statue this height, I'm not making it harder than it has to, because there are so many details on this page. And you can do it totally. You can totally put even more time in a page, and that's okay. But these pages already take hours upon hours of time. So I do the best I can, but I'm not going over and over and over again because it doesn't fit my style. I'm not that much of a perfectionist. Okay, this wing is close to the moon as well. So that's how I do it. And then maybe a little bit of this. All right. So now you've seen 2 of the statues. I think the statues are harder than the tombstones. That's why I chose those. And I'm going to do all of the tombstones and statues the same. So I will be back when I finish them, and you can see how they turned out. So this is what it looks like right now, and the only thing left is the dancing woman and her dress and her shoes and the swirls around her. And I still don't know what to do with her dress, so we're starting with the shoes because they are red and that's easy. Okay, so what I'm going to do is the cadmium red and the deep red. So the cadmium is the shadow color. And I'm using polychromos again. Let's see how this turns out. And I have to relax a little bit more. I feel like I'm getting into this rushing state, and that's when a page is almost done. I just want to finish it. But I'm really going to tell myself that I need to take my time, because otherwise I'm going out of the lines or just make mistakes, because that happened in the past a lot, especially with pages that took a little longer. So happy that Kerby really pointed out where the shade is. Am I filming? Yes, I am. So I have been asking Chat GPT about the dress color because I still don't know. And I told Chat that she is going to have red shoes and what color Jess Jess is my dog. What color dress to create with that? And it said it gave me 3 options because I asked for 3 options, and it told me green with silver. Is this a shoe? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, green with silver, purple with gold, I guess, and then a cream colored one. And I'm still not sure what to do with combination with red shoes. I really just don't know. Oh well, I still have her skin to go and her bones at the other side of the paper, and the swirls as well. So I don't have to do the dress right now. But I'm getting a little anxious that I just don't know what to choose. I'm feeling like I should do something with gold. Maybe make these little effects, details gold. I'm sorry, I have to sneeze again. But if I'm doing a gold, I'm going for a purple dress or maybe a pink dress. Maybe a yellow one even. That's what my partner said. He said you should do a yellow one. Or maybe I'm just going to browse Pinterest a little, but it's not only that the dress has to match the shoes, but I also want to create a nice picture with the background in mind. And I used purple and pink, of course, so yeah, we'll see. So I just heard that I graduated from my study, so I'm really happy. It was a study for being how to explain this without you laughing really hard. I'm a pet care specialist and I specialize in rabbits and rodents. And last year I got my, do you call it a degree? Let's call it a degree. I don't know the English terms, but I think you can call it a degree for rabbit expert. And I actually knew everything already. But then you also can go a step further, and that's the behavior specialist. In Dutch, it's konijnengedragstherapeut. Therapist, maybe. Behavior therapist for rabbits. And now I can officially help people who have trouble with the behavior of the rabbits, because sometimes they can be really feisty or something is wrong and they look really cute, but sometimes they're just angry. And now we can help those people with creating a happy bunny and a bunny that behaves. It's like the same thing you have with dogs, but dog trainers are more common. So yeah. So I'm really happy about that. I just heard. So we're going to celebrate tonight. We were going on a date night tonight. We're going to the cinema. We're going to the new Lilo and Stitch movie. So that's fun. And yeah, so we're going to celebrate it. And I wasn't really, how do you call it? I wasn't afraid that I was not going to make it because I've been working with rabbits for 5 years now, and before that I have had my own shelter for 10 years, mostly rodents, but some rabbits as well. So yeah, I'm not really worried. I was not worried. I just do like to learn more if I can, and this was more like how to talk to people, showing empathy, and something that I already own, that I already use. And what I'm going to say, she also, when I did my exam, she told me that she just knew by how I was talking that this is my work, so I already have a lot of experience. So it's nice to hear. It wasn't that hard, but doing an exam is always a little bit scary. Doesn't matter for what. So the last red shoes. I'm always flabbergasted by how people can talk the whole video, but yeah, it's doable. It's doable. I do it as well. So, okay. I'm going to research a little bit more on what I want to do for the dress, and then I will be back because I think that might be the next thing I do, or maybe her skin and bones, but yeah, we'll see. Okay, here I am again. I have been looking up red shoes in combination with a dress, but I'm still not sure. So I'm going to do a little bit of the skin now. Let's see. And I'm going to create you see it? Yeah, you can. The lightest color first, that's light flesh. Then I'm going to do the shades. The darkest one with Venetian red 190, and the midtone is medium flesh 131. I'm leaning into the green option, and then not sure if you should call it moss green or something, but not a bit of a toned down green, not the bright one. And then with the and then with the golden accents, maybe. I could also make her dress just red. Putting some paper underneath because of the gouache on the other paper, you can really feel it. Yeah, that's better. I don't know if you can hear it, but my neighbor is screaming and now the kid is crying. It's horrible. I think her hair color will be, she will be a brunette, I think, just like me. I'm not sure if I should do the dress on top of her arms, or how do you how do you say this? The color of the dress, if I have to put it on top of the arm, but I don't think I'm going to do that because then you get a whole new color. And I'm not that experienced that I know how to do that without failing. She doesn't really look happy. I do understand, though. She's dancing eternally, so it doesn't make you happy. Oh, here she's already bones, but her legs last the longest, so I just love how Kerby made this up. It's a stunning page, but I think all the pages in this book are stunning. I'm looking forward to all of them. I do have some favorites. They're mostly in the back of the book. We'll get to them. So in here she has half a face. Ooh, that's weird. The end of the paper. I'm just doing her skin. Hope you can still see it. I'm just doing her skin, the lightest color first, and then I'm going over with the other tones. So at least we have a base now to play around with. And here she just has the bottom part of her legs left. I'm not Englishing today, I'm sorry. Yes. So the darkest part. I don't agree with the shade here. I'm going to go with what Kerby did, but her shade should be on that one, that side. But I don't really want it to look like she has a lot of hair or something. Okay, so with the mid-tone I'm going to create a little more nuance on her skin. And we can also blend it. I am a big fan of the burnisher pen, but I actually don't use it a lot because I'm the colorist that just wants to go ahead and color the next thing. I don't have a lot of patience. And if you do, it would be a lot better when burnished. But what we also could do is go over with the lightest color again. It also has a burnishing effect. All right. What color to make her dress? I think I'll go with I do want the gold details, that's for sure. But I think I will go with the green and gold or with the purple and gold. Blue would be nice too. I'm not sure why this is so hard. I don't actually... There are not a lot of times where I find it so hard to choose a color, but maybe because this is an outfit, this is different, and I'm absolutely no fashionista. I don't even like shopping for clothes that much, but that has nothing to do with just don't liking it. That has to do with how I see my body. Working on it. Maybe I will like shopping more in a while. Alright, next one. I could also do a black dress with gold. Ooh. So much fun because you already have seen a picture probably and you already know what color it is, and me at this point, I don't know. So you know before I do now. That's not really true, but you get the point. You know it now, you're watching, but I don't know it yet while coloring this part. All right. That's her skin. She doesn't have a lot. I'm going to do her bones. And I'm going to take out the ivory for this, and I'm just checking. I don't want to do a lot of hard steps on the bones, but I think it needs a little pop of color. I'm going to do use the, what is it? Yellow ochre. Just a little bit. Just for the shading a little bit. Yeah, I like that. Okay, I'm going to do the rest of her skeletons, and then I will be back again. It is time for the dress. And what I got here is a brush paint marker in the color gold. It's a budget brand, so I cannot put a link, but and I got the polychromos, and I got as my darkest color the chrome oxide green 278. The medium color is green olive 167, and the light color is earth green yellowish 168. And I hope it works out. So the skirt, I'm just going for it, and then her body, all these swirls will be gold, and the rest of it will be just green. I'm not sure if her back is open, but I'm going to make it all green. And since the gold is an acrylic marker, I can just go over the color, so I'm not going to try to color around it. I'm just coloring in everything. So I just spent the whole day doing this page, and I'm having so much fun. I could just color this book front to back without doing anything else in between, I guess, but I will do other things in between because it makes it even more fun to come back to this book. After that, we still have her hair and the swirls around her. That will be interesting because I don't know if I am going to make them pink or yellow or maybe just gray. I do want to keep the focus on the dress and the shoes. I'm going to do one dress for you, with you, and then the rest of it I'm going to do on my own without the camera. Because I think when you've seen how I did this one, you can do the others as well. If you're actually coloring along in the same page. And if you're coloring along, please let me know. What are you doing? Are you doing the same page, or maybe you're just here for the chat and coloring something yourself, or doing other craft, or washing the dishes, or I don't know. What are you doing? Let me know. And if you're coloring, whatever you're coloring, I would love to see it. Such a pity that YouTube doesn't have a messenger function, so you have to go on Instagram. so I'm going to take the darkest color now for the shading. So it has been pretty good weather here in the Netherlands, but today it's raining. I'm not pressing hard, by the way, on this part. I don't want her dress to be too dark. Yeah, so it has been raining today, and this morning it was okay, it was dry, but now it's just rain and wetness, and so glad I'm inside. Tomorrow I'm having a family day. Tomorrow it's Sunday. I'm not sure when I'm uploading this video, but I think it will be next week. I'm not sure. Maybe I will do it today. Probably not. But tomorrow it's Sunday and we have a family day. I have a really big family. It's from my mother's side. She comes from a family with 7 kids. And my aunt, she planned the day. So we're going to a city. It's called Dordrecht. And we're going to have a walk there with a guide who's going to show us cool things in the city. And we're going to do a ship. We're going to go on a ship to see the, how do you say it in English, the grachten. There's a lot of water in Dordrecht, so. And it's a really nice city too. The stores, they are not all overtaken by the big brands. There's still a lot of small business stores there. So it's a lot of artists, and yeah, that's so much fun. And there is one place, I don't think we're going to lunch there, but there is one place where you can have really nice meals. And usually when me or my boyfriend or we have something to celebrate, like a birthday, sometimes we are choosing to go to that place to eat. It's vegan because, yeah, we eat plant-based. Alright, so this is the dress. I'm going to do the gold. I'm going to see if I... Sometimes there's a blob because it's a budget brand. There's a blob on the front, so I always just dab it a little bit. I'm going to start here because I think it's hard on the top. Can you see it actually? I hope you could see that. At least the biggest part you could see. So these swirls, or how you call them, they're really loose, so some just stop somewhere or start somewhere. Just trying to do my best to make them look as good as possible. Oh, I think this is really nice. And I saw that from the budget brand. I don't know if it's the same brand as this one, but in the budget store where I got them. They have a new set of acrylic markers, and I actually would love to have some more colors because I use them a lot. And I use the Artex a lot, and these ones as well. It's by Deco Time. Maybe they are somewhere. So this is from this dress. This is going to be some kind of mix here, but I hope it works out. I think it will. Just the way that Kerby made it appear that she is in motion is to overlap her with herself, but that's hard to color. But I think it's genius. I really think I do. And I'm looking forward to more of Kerby's work because I'm kind of addicted now. I do have some books from Kerby from 10 years ago even, I think. And yeah, he improved so much, and I already like those. I have one doodle book that I really love with all the little doodle things in it that you can color. But this is a whole other level. So excited for it to be finished. And I don't even know if I'm going to finish it today because it looks like a little to do just the swirls and the hair. And of course I'm going to do the dresses. But before you know, there's just 1, 2, 3 hours past, you know? Because I started, I think, 7:30. Yeah, I started 7:30 with, what did I do? The tombstones first? Or I did the shadow on the pink clouds. And now it's 1:30 already, and I haven't been doing a lot of other things. So yeah, it's a lot of hours of work, and that's not even me finishing it because the background was already done. And yeah, I'm not done yet. So I think I am working on a page like this for double spreaded page for maybe 6 or 7 hours. I mean, that's a lot, but it's fun. I just love it. I just love this book, and there will be many more hours of fun to come. I'm going to do half of them. Gold. Yeah, I like that. All right. I love it. I think this is a nice choice. I wouldn't go with this color combination myself, but for in a coloring book, I like it. So I'm going to finish all the dresses on the pages and then I will be back. So the dresses are done and I actually like them a lot. I'm so happy I went with the green color. And I'm going to do the hair. But I wanted to have a third color. For the lightest color I'm going to use Bister 179, and then I don't even know, just a moment. I think I'm just going to use this combination. So it's a little bit of violet, it says it, 2, 6, 3 in it. And then if I'm not feeling right about it, I can always put another color in. So let's see if you can see it. And I'm going to do her hair. And I'm going to do her hair this color, and then I'm going over with the other color on the places that she has that are a little bit darker maybe. And so in another video I also explained that, I think it was the Rapunzel video, as you can see the hair isn't the same color. It's 4 different colors, and you cannot have hair with just one color. That's just not, it doesn't look good. And in real life, if you look at someone's hair, you never see one color, you see a lot of colors peeking through. So that's what we're doing here as well. But it's a little bit darker than the Rapunzel one, so I'm putting a base of this color down. And I think I might get a dark brown as well. I think that's what I want to do, yeah. Sometimes you just have to start and then you know what to do. That's, in my case, it works. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to get the Van Dyke brown, and then I also have the Morton Violet. And I'm starting with the Van Dyke brown for the really dark parts. So excited that this page is almost done, and since I did the dress, I think it actually looks really nice. So I just want to finish it now. Yeah, and then I get the violet color and just randomly put some violet brownish locks in here. Yeah. And over with the lightest one again, because I still see some space, some white. Alright, so this will be our hair. Nothing fancy. And I'm going to finish off camera again because this video will be extremely long already. So, alright, last part, and I think I'm going pink. Yes, but I do want it to be really subtle. So I was thinking of doing a layer of the light flesh first, or maybe ivory. Yeah, I'm going to do the ivory, and I'm just trying something out, so I hope I don't fridge it up. The last point. So I'm going to do the background swirls first, and those I want to make light pink, so that's the magenta, light magenta, and the other one is Pink Meadow Lake. And just checking if you can see it. I'm just going to check how this turns out. And do really lightly, not even pressing a lot. Because I really want it to be about the dress and the shoes. I'm not sure. I think I just have to work with it because I missed a spot on the dress. Sometimes when you do pages like this, you miss a spot. Okay, so I'm getting the darker pink and still not really pressing hard, but I want to have a little bit more color. I think I like this pink. Maybe I can do a purplish color there, just to get the colors in the back a little bit to the front. So I'm going to get my burnisher this time, and it's here. See how this works out. Because I don't want to use a lot of color, but just it has to be subtle. I don't want you to see the pink first, and I think this works, but I don't like this. So I'm going to try something else, and I'm trying a light purple. Maybe this one. Let's try a different part, like this. That will be the background. I think I like that. Sometimes you just have to try some things. And I'm going over this, and it might look a little bit different, but I think overall you won't be able to notice that much. Yeah, that's better. After all, I do like color. Burnishing. Yeah, I think that's all right. And for parts like this, I'm using the, you know, when there's a point on when your pencil is sharp, it gets a flat surface on the point, and that's what I color with. That's what makes it softer. You can put on the color softer. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to finish it all. And as you can see on this side, there is more background. How do I call it? It's front smoke. That's what I made pink, and the background smoke I'm going to make purple. So here will be more purple, and when if you can see it, yeah, you can see it. When the skeleton vanishes, this will also be purple, I think. So let me finish it, and then we can discuss the page, and I will show you. Yeah, I think it's finished then. Then I will show you the finished piece. Okay, it is finished. And Yeah, I have to say, I'm not sure if I like the polychromos on this paper because it leaves splotches. I cannot call them splotches, but it leaves a lot of white, and I'm not used to that on other paper with the polychromos. But overall, I love the color of the dress. I like this part, but the dress, it's my favorite part. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and the next color along in this book will be this page. What is it? Let's see. It is Bluebeard. Ah, yeah. And Bluebeard has a double-sided page and two single-sided pages. So I'm excited for that. And yeah, if you liked the video, please give a thumbs up, subscribe, and if you would like to, leave a comment what part you like best and what did you color while watching this. Did you do the same, or did you just grab another craft or just watched? Please let me know, and I will see you in the next video.